So let's see what I've gotten lately. I have this petunia hanging basket, which is kind of a play on red, white, and blue. It's red, white, and purple, but they don't make blue petunias. We got these because my daughter and I just love these that look like they've been hit by bleach. Like, they are both of our favorites. This was a clearance one from Walmart. You know, I've had pretty good luck with clearance ones. You just have to give them a little TLC. And I would actually recommend putting some bone meal in when you set the roots down. It helps establish roots. And don't the dogs know that I'm busy? It is raining, by the way. This was also a clearance one. This one was $1. This one was $5. And again, it needs a little TLC, but it's going to keep producing, especially if you deadhead it. So any of the flowers that are dead, you just pull them off and it will continue to flourish. Here is an elephant ear. These came from a local greenhouse. That is a yellow moon Tyrannia. I don't know, it's gorgeous. Of course, we have the elephant ear, like I said. Ooh, I got caught. That is a Rex begonia. My table is actually losing out on space, and I will show you a picture of what's been hiding in that box. All right, then we have English lavender. English lavender will overwinter in our part of the country. I am a 7A. However, in pots, it doesn't like to. It gets a little too cold for it. But if you give it a little protection, especially on those really cold nights, it will overwinter. I finally killed mine accidentally. It really was not on purpose. I bought one of these. It is a Durabloom Blue Vein Petunia. Like, I don't know, purple is speaking to me, but it's always been my favorite color. So we got cilantro. This is thyme, because everybody needs the thyme. This is eucalyptus. And this, oh, that's the eucalyptus. Then what is, oh, Zoe. Zoe. And I guess I got 2 of the Durabloom Blue Vein Petunias. My dog is barking at the cat. She likes to bark. Who knew that basset hounds like to bark? All right. Then these, got knocked over. We had some pretty strong winds come through yesterday. We bought this, which I've had one of these. This is a mounding perennial. It is a dianthus, and it's a mountain frost ruby snow. It is a perennial, so this year it's not going to be just take over or anything like that. The first year that a perennial has been planted, they're going to kind of lay more in a dormant stage because they are establishing roots, and once those roots are established, man, it will go crazy. This petunia, these are, I love them. Cat's gonna be mad. It is a headliner night sky. Now this is more pink. They had purple ones, but when we went back to buy them, I could not actually find the purple. All I could find was the pink. This is Dusty Miller. It is an annual. It's so pretty. My husband loves calla lilies, so I went ahead and I bought a calla lily. They are a perennial as well. They, we like them so well that they were actually in my bouquet when we got married 15 years ago. It will be 15 years this year. Now this, if you remember from last year, I had one of these. In fact, there's the roots because I haven't pulled them out of the pot yet. I've just cut the plant back. So this is an annual, and I bought it as a huge plant last year, but it's, you know, being an annual isn't going to survive. So I went to buy a new one. Well, I could buy a new one that was the size of that one, which was like in a 3-gallon, or I mean, a 3-gallon container, I think it was. It was $25. Or I could buy 2 smaller ones that are annuals. The thing about annuals is they will take off and flourish, especially if you take care of them. So I bought 2 of the little ones. These were $3.50 a piece. And it's not a lot smaller. It is a little bit smaller. If I'd have bought a 3rd one, I think it would have been the right size. And it will flourish. Then I bought more petunias. Apparently this is the year for petunias for me. Petunias, being an annual, are really going to take off and look gorgeous and fill pots. And then I bought a clematis. I actually planted 2, and they have a warranty on them that says if they don't grow within the first year, that I will get my money back. Well, I'm going to tell you, they haven't even started growing. So, I don't know. I don't have high hopes. These are my daughters. We left them in the bags that we brought them home in so that we could keep them separate. And I need to water that one. Woo! This is a dahlia. So both of my daughters get to make their own. There's one of the cats right now. Both of my daughters get to make their own flower pot every year. I take them to the store, let them buy what they want, and they fill it. So this is the start of hers. We started with 4 because you need to kind of see how they fill before you just go hog wild. So she bought this at Dahlia. Then she bought these. These are a confetti garden Hawaiiana Hana. They look a lot like a petunia to me, but you know, what do I know? This is actually like the one that I bought over there, that mounding perennial. And then another headliner night sky petunia. Those are hers to start with. She's going to plant her box, and then we're going to see where we land. I think we started with the hanging baskets and went that way. So we'll go ahead and we'll talk about these. This was also clearance at Walmart. I paid $2.50 for it. He needs a little TLC, so we're just going to come in here and deadhead all the bad ones, which really there aren't that many bad ones. But if you deadhead them, it causes them to go ahead and put on more flowers. And if you fertilize them, take care of them, water them, put them in full sunlight, then he's going to thrive. This one was $1. We had a really bad storm come through here yesterday. So I think they took just a little bit of heat. But honestly, these aren't terrible. So I'm not sure why they were on clearance. And then the same place that I bought the hanging baskets, I bought this. They're Kilibrocoa? I don't know how you pronounce it. Sometimes flowers have weird names, quite honestly. Anyway, they were just gorgeous. Again, purple is my favorite color, and purple speaks to me. So apparently I went with a purple theme this year. So those are the flowers that I have to add to my garden. And as soon as it quits raining, I will be out there planting pots. These are all pretty much primarily going into different pots that I have. Like I said, I have to clean out this dude here. And this one has been cleaned out, but it still has some kind of harder root that I need to take out. This one got planted with pansies, and I don't even remember what that one was. I'd have to, it's right here. A oak leaf blue primrose, which is a perennial. So I will be able to probably go ahead and put it in the ground, is what I will do eventually. The front of my house is getting resided, and so I haven't been able to plant a lot out there. But once it gets resided, then I can go hog wild planting. Maybe I should pull this a little bit out of that drip, because those petunias look a little bad. Anyway, otherwise, the petunias are doing really, really well. I have this pot here, which I still think that this is something. I took a picture of it on my phone, and I have an iPhone, and iPhones have that ability where it tells you what it thinks it is, and it told me it was something, although I don't remember planting that in this pot. So maybe it's a weed and it was just blowing smoke up my skirt. I don't wear skirts, by the way. Then I did come in and I planted herbs. This is sage and sage, basil, chives. There's a spot for the thyme. Do you have the thyme? This sage is, so sage is a perennial. That's actually an old sage plant from last year. So we have some herbs going on in this one. That's it. I do have my parsley spot. And then I have a row of strawberries that came back. Just one. And it's not a full one. As you can see, we're missing, what, 3? So there's 3 and non-3. Like my math. Okay, so we're starting to get going on this year's garden. And the dogs are being mean to the cat, so I better go say ta-ta for now and go save the cat. All right, see you later, bye.